What's going on, YouTube, man? This is another day. I think today is Thursday. Got a lot to get off the chest. First thing, forgive the noise. I'm in the gorge right now, and it's just people behind me on a Verizon wireless tent, some type of tent, whatever. But anyways, here's the deal. I made a video a while back, and it was in reference to stop mooching off with others. And basically, what I was saying is that it's everybody's responsibility to take care of themselves. You have to take care of your own household, and you shouldn't be bombarded by people because they didn't take care of their households. So a guy responded back to me and said that his dad has been laid off. No, excuse me, he's been fired, I guess. He can't get unemployment. He has no money coming in, and he's applying for McDonald's. And he was upset when he responded back, and he said, "So you mean to tell me I won't help my dad in these hard times?" Now, the only reason, well, first, before I even address that, you have to understand the reason why he was angry. He's shouting at me pretty much because he's angry because, hey, he's actually one that is living this situation. But I have a question for you, okay? Now, I take it that your dad have been working for quite some time, and I would even throw a number out there. I said that your dad, probably this job that he's working at right now, was working at, he probably worked there for over 10 years. But let me tell you where your dad went wrong. If I was one that worked, but I don't believe in working jobs, but if I was one that believed in working jobs, I would, the day one, when I first get my paycheck, first thing I would do is I would automatically at that point, I will measure my lifestyle. And what I mean by that is I would not live above my means. I would become a savings madman, because at that day, every day I go to work, I would tell myself this is the last day. And the reason why I would tell myself that, because at a job, you don't know what the bosses are talking about behind closed doors. So if you're not the one that owns the business, if you don't know the actual status, not the status, but what actually is going to happen to the business in the future, then you have to live life cautiously. So my question was your dad saving for emergencies? Did your dad save 6 to 8 months? Do you have 6 to 8 months expenses? And I can already probably tell that he didn't, because the reason why to have 6 to 8 months expenses is that when you get canned or you lose your job, you have something to fall back on. So that's how I would set my household up. Now, we already know the damage is done. Your dad has lost his job and everything, so we can't change that. So now we have to look at the future. When your dad gets on his feet again, he should tell himself, look, no job is promised. I need to set up a 6 to 8 months 6 to 8 months emergency fund. And this is not a credit card. This is your own money, because if you use a credit card, all you would do is pile up more debt, and then you would have to pay it off later on. So this is why financial education is very key. We have people panicking now in the U.S. because these people haven't planned for an emergency. And emergencies are going to come. If you're living and you're breathing, emergencies are going to come whether you want them or not. You're not going to be excluded. So guys, understand that. So when you understand that, then things don't come to you by surprise. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you right now. There will be an emergency coming. I don't know when, but it's going to come in your life. I promise you. So be prepared. Prepare now. If it's not there now, hey, thank God it's not there now. Prepare for it later on. That's it. There's no reason to get emotional about it. We get emotional about it when we don't handle the things and we don't take care of things when we need to. And then all of a sudden when it happens, we throw this dramatic fit because we have no other answers. Now just think if your dad had the 6 to 8 months expenses in place now, right? And his job was lost today. Now he has a little time to go out with not such pressure. He has time to take a job, or maybe carefully look for a job. Maybe go into a resume building office and make it more presentable. Maybe he can take this time to maybe get himself squared away, maybe start another small business on the side or whatever. He has some time. He doesn't have to get into panic mode and try to apply for jobs at McDonald's or whatever because everything's in place. So that's just my advice, guys. This is what I'm telling you. Guys, this financial stuff is not a game. You gotta master it. Because if you don't, your life is going to be harder than it needs to be. So I'm sorry for your dad, okay? But take this as a learning experience. Take this as a learning experience for yourself because now you're going to have to take out and help your dad. And I know you say, hey, it's my dad, whatever. And it's fine. That's fine. But at the same time, it's going to be a strain on you. So when you get your job, you build you a 6 to 8 months expense emergency fund so you don't have to go through what your dad did. So that's my advice for now. So until next time, signing off, and I'll talk to you guys a little later. All right.